one of the goals that I had set for myself when I started in Grand National Racing, it was called back then, was to win the Southern 500 at Darlington. It was on a track that was built for speeds of about 70 or 80 miles an hour, and here we were at that time, we were running about 140 or 45 miles an hour, and I just, that was one of the goals that I set for myself. Then the next day we got to the racetrack, and there was a gentleman walked up to me and introduced himself as a minister from another small town in South Carolina. And he said, "Ned, I just want you to know," said, "I had the same feeling that I have today." And I went up and told Fireball Roberts, so in 1963, that he's going to win that race that day. And he did. And he said, "I just want you to know I got that same feeling about you today. I think you're going to win this race." I said, "Man, I appreciate that." And he said, "Well, our prayers will be with you." And I tell you, they had to get me down out of the clouds to get me buckled in the car. I was so high, you couldn't wait to get started. But anyway, we ran good during the race, led some laps, and then things began to turn our way in the last 100 miles or so. It wound up, we were 14 laps ahead at the end of the race. I had no idea how far ahead we were. But I know the Ford officials that were there came down and camped in my pits, and they knew how much of a lead I had, and they tried to get the crew to bring me in. We didn't have radio communications back then, so they just, by the blackboard, they'd pit. And I knew we didn't need to pit, but they knew the car was overheating. And so I kept going. So something told me stronger than the officials of Ford and my own pit crew that I needed to stay out there and keep going. Our goal was reached, and did it in a fashion that that record will never be broken, because today's races are too close for anything like that to happen.